Hello everyone! Today I'm here to do a seasonal book tag because we all know that's my jam. Today I'll be doing a tag that I've done once before, which is also equally my jam. Is that okay to say? I feel like that's so 90s to say. It's okay. Today I'm doing the spooky book tag, and it's quite a long tag, and it talks all about all things spooky because 'tis the season, so let's get on spookified. Is that a word? Let's get spooky. Let's just do it. So the first question is Corn Maze. What book had you confused and lost from the very beginning? And this one, I don't know. I think previously I said The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, which I will still stand by. I'll still stand by that one. I think I had to reread that book or like start it 3 separate times because it just confused me so much. And I love Maggie Stiefvater books, I really do, but her books are generally kind of confusing. You really have to kind of like expand your cranium to like really get into them. Maybe it's just me, I got a small brain. That's probably the case, but definitely her books do confuse me. So I would still continue to stand by The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. That's my answer. Next up is Haunted House. What book had the creepiest setting? Any book set in a haunted house for me, honestly. So I would have to say Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. This was set kind of a haunted house, all about these authors going to one. Creepy setting for me. The Haunting of Beatrix Green. This was kind of like a book that was split in parts, but it was really cool. It was like kind of an old gothic-y book that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, actually. I need to recommend that more, but I really enjoyed it. So any book that's like set in a haunted house, I'm immediately like, this is really scary. Next up is Ghost Boyfriend. Who is your eternal book boyfriend? I have one. Definitely Jonas from Reborn Yesterday. He's a vampire and I love him a lot. So for sure, him. No doubts about it. Question number 4 is Caramel Apple Suckers. I don't know if I've ever had one of those. Best dang Halloween book ever. I don't know. Like Halloween book, what's to classify like a true Halloween book? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I could do Halloween movie. Hocus Pocus is a great Halloween movie. I truly like it. I don't watch a lot of like spooky, scary movies, so I'm gonna go with Hocus Pocus. Is that okay? Sure. Question number 5 is Vampires and Everything. What is your least favorite Halloween trope? So I don't know exactly what is a trope when it comes to Halloween in particular. I'm not like, I do read a lot of mystery thrillers, but I don't watch a lot of them. So I don't know if there's any tropes when it comes to that. I'm sure there are, like Last Girl Standing, Final Girl, stuff like that. I would say my least favorite trope is like just people being stupid. Like people willingly going into a haunted house, check it out. People willingly being like, hey, let's play this tape that we've heard things about, like bad things. Hey, let's play with this Ouija board in the dark with just candles. Like, why?
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Let's go into the woods alone. No flashlights, no cell phones, no self-defense. Let's do it because why not? That's that trope. Just people being not very smart. But I guess that would make not a good thriller movie. But I digress. That is definitely a least favorite trope for me because I'm like, why? And we have, on the flip side, question number 6, Pumpkin and Everything. Your favorite Halloween trope? I don't know. Oh, I do like the kind of whole one setting type of trope, like the kind of Agatha Christie, like where it's one setting, you have multiple characters in this one place, and you have to kind of figure out things. Kind of like Clue, Knives Out is a great one too as well. Love those. It's just a really cool, I like it's just one setting, and you have to kind of dissect to figure out who done it. I love those tropes. Also, vampires. I still love vampires. You put vampires in anything, I still love it. It's a great trope for me. Next up is Evil Incarnate, the most evil villain. And for this one, I immediately thought of Joe from the book You by Carolyn Kepnes and from the show. If you haven't read the book or watched the show, Joe is the worst. He's a stalker that kills, and you know, I think at certain times in the book, which the author does a really great job of making you feel empathy for him and also maybe siding with him, and then you're like, wait, no, he's horrible. He's a horrible person. There's no redemption here. So he is definitely pure evil incarnate. Question number 7, Ouija Board. A book that messes with things that you don't want to be involved in. Anything that's spooky. In fact, a Ouija board. Haunted houses, Home Before Dark, about a character going to a haunted house because they want to explore it. People going to a haunted house for an interview. I don't want to be involved with anything paranormal. I'm good. Next up is full moon. What character do you turn into on the full moon? A character? I don't know. Oh, vampire? I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't hate it. I would not like to be a werewolf, I think, or a zombie, but I'd rather be a werewolf than a zombie. I don't know, is this a particular character? I turned into Jenny from Reborn yesterday. I'd be cool with that. I'm down with that. Question number 9 is All Hallows Eve. The other world and this world have meshed for one night. What book world would you love to be swept up in? Harry Potter. I think a lot of people will say that. Harry Potter. I would say Lord of the Rings. Maybe, yeah, if I can go to the Shire, I would definitely be interested in that. That would be awesome. So probably those two, and those two will probably get the most answers. But, you know, if I'm nothing if not generic. Question number 10 is Voodoo Doll, another thing that I would not mess with. What author would you love to take control of and make them write anything you want? Oh my gosh, that'd be great. Taylor Jenkins Reid. I would just make her write all the books because I love them. Also, Talia Hibbert. I would love to just be like, write all the romance, do it. That would be awesome. What other ones? Kristen Hanna. That'd be great. I would be like, write some awesome books, but don't make them sad because I can't handle them, which is why I don't read as many of them because my heart can't take it. So I guess those 3 maybe? Next up is Black Cat. What red flags do you look for when you first start out a scary book? Or no, what red flags do you look out for when you're first starting out a book? Oh, I think this means like, it could be like maybe trigger warnings for you, honestly. For me, Cancer is a big one for me because it's so personal to me and I have a really hard time reading about it. So that I've gotten a lot better about it, and you don't have to get better. They're your triggers, you know? They're what you can and can't handle. So that's one of them for me. Other ones, if it's too realistically scary, I can read some paranormal stuff, but when it comes to realistic things like dare I say, like kidnapping with children, things like that, I cannot do. Like it's hard for me. So I would say those probably, but that's just me personally. Like I said, everyone has different red flags, if that's the right even answer, honestly. The last question is Witch's Brew, a book that had a lot of different components thrown in, but the results were magical. For this one, I was like, I don't know which to really talk about. And then I thought the one by John Marrs. This is an adult mystery thriller that follows like a DNA test that you can find out your match, and you follow like so many characters and you think it would get confusing really fast, but actually it's really interesting. And so there's a whole bunch of different components to have in this book with the DNA test to find out who your soulmate is. So many different characters. There's also like kind of a serial killer in it. It's intense. There's a lot of different things happening in this book, but when it's all thrown together, it's really good. And I really, really enjoyed it. So would definitely recommend. So there you have the spooky book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed and got all spooky and get ready for spooky season. I know I'm ready, and yeah, I would love to hear your answers. I'll leave all the questions down below if you want to check out the tag and do it for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.